I would like to congratulate you on the film. Your portrayal of Norman is always so chilling, and in this one, filled with so much nuance. I do want to talk about, continuing this collaboration with Rodo, this time at the helm. What intrigued you about returning to the character?
Well, I had a wonderful experience the first time out. It was fun in a very serious kind of way, and I learned a lot, and it was challenging and new, unique. And so the idea of going back was great. Not necessarily to repeat an experience, but to further develop and explore some new horizons. And the idea of doing it with Rodo at the helm was absolutely intriguing to me, because Fede and Rodo are both extremely unique individuals, and at the same time they operate very, very well as a team together. And so, but I thought that Rodo did an absolutely splendid job directing this. He has a grasp of the language of cinema that really comes with being a veteran. And this was his first time out. Of course, he did have the benefit of terrific producers and a wonderful team of designers, Fede being kind of an off-screen voice, and of course, Pedro Luque, who is a superb cinematographer and is really joined at the hip with both Fede and Rodo.
Yes, incredible. I wanted to ask about, in the first film, Norman's home is almost like his superpower. How did your research maybe change in making this character go out into the world and expand sort of like his skills, to still be rooted in realism without him going too superpowered?
You're dead on. That I never thought of it in terms of being his superpower, but he was in his domain, and he could set the terms for anything that happens there. It seems to me. Now in this, it's completely different in this one, and so the preparation had to really encompass learning about orientation and mobility as a sightless person. And so it was clear to me the work that had to be done, what had to be accomplished. And I was very fortunate to find the right place to do that work and the right people to do that work with, that being the Northeast Association for the Blind in Albany, New York, and their superb director of orientation and mobility, Samantha Gartland, who, and I worked with her, for weeks on what it meant to function usefully and effectively as a sightless person in environments that are new to you, how to orient oneself, how to move with with cautious independence, whatever it may be. And it's interesting too, because I was doing this during the pandemic. So not only was I blindfolded, I was also had a mask on. So I was really kind of bereft of my senses, a lot of it. It was fascinating.
Wow. I really found the relationship between Phoenix and Norman so intriguing in this film. Can you talk a bit about how maybe Norman's motivations have changed by creating a found family?
Well, he views it as in a sense, Phoenix washes up on the shores of his life, and he sees, and that there's got to be a reason for that. It's not a question of him being given a gift so much as him being handed a task and a responsibility. And I think that he sees this as an avenue towards some type of redemption. And that he really he's tasked with this. By whom? By the universe. He really is, there's almost a classical, you can picture him as a very small man in a very large universe who spends most of his life shaking his fist at whatever it is that has, brought this sea of troubles upon him. But now what it brings is this little girl. And it's like, shut up, quit complaining, and do your job. take care of this child.
Wow.
That's how he sees it.